What is going on? Welcome back to the Rhody Wrestling Recap Podcast. Here we are talking about the SmackDown before Elimination Chamber, and Raw. Now, I know we usually do a PLE specific episode, but that was at 4 in the morning for us, and we just didn't get around to doing it. But we were kind of just talking about it, and we think this really might have been a pretty midweek for wrestling.
Yeah, this was one of the worst weeks I think we've had in a long time.
Now, like I said to you, I didn't watch SmackDown. I looked up the card. Looked pretty mid.
Yeah, it was very mid.
I saw a couple of the highlights. I didn't see them all. So
the tag match was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you kind of carry SmackDown because I didn't watch it.
I don't even fucking remember anything. That's how mid it was, bro. That shit was.
Braun Breaker made his debut on the main roster.
And that
was pretty cool.
He faced NXT talent that I've never seen in my life, so that was cap. That was a local talent because I have never seen that guy ever a day in my life.
Unless he's Performance Center and they just say NXT.
I mean, they said NXT talent, but
I don't know.
I'm saying that guy in my NXT.
Life. Yo, there was one day last week where I forget what year it was, but there was 1 year just speaking of the Performance Center. Forget what year it was, but they were showing the class of who was this certain year, and it was fucking stacked.
Who was in it? I
forget what year, and I honestly forget. I just remember seeing something about it, and it was a bunch of main roster talent already, and it was only a couple of years ago.
That's crazy.
I think it was Braun, Tiffany Stratton, I think the Creed brothers, or one of them, or I remember Braun and Tiffany. That's about it. Now that I think about it.
What else happened on SmackDown?
So there was Braun Breaker made his debut.
That match was mid.
Adonis and Cedric Alexander got a little package.
That was the cringiest vignette I have ever seen.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
That makes more sense.
That was the cringiest shit I've ever seen. You should go back and rewatch that. Because it is Bro, you are gonna cringe so hard.
Okay, I'll have to go and watch it then. And then it says there was the Bloodline backstage segment. That would have been the one with... Well, there was two. There was a couple, because then there was the whole Grayson Waller thing, where at least the second one I remember seeing...
The first one was...
something about why they were on Raw.
Yeah.
When Jimmy took down Jay or whatever, attacked Jay, and he said why, and Roman was like, "Oh, who made that call?" And then Jimmy was like, "Paul Heyman," and then that's when Roman was like, "No, I made that call," which is kind of crazy. And I feel like it has to do with Cody saying at the press conference, "Oh, how's Jay?" I feel like that's connected to this even weeks later.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they had no reason to go to Raw and mess with Jay until Cody said something.
I mean, it finally starts the build-up to Jimmy
Jay at Mania. Yeah.
So that's kind of hype.
I would have liked to have seen it for the title, though.
Yeah, but we all knew Gunther wasn't dropping that shit before Mania.
Oh, I mean, like he said, he, for the first time, felt it slipping away from him last night.
We all knew he wasn't going to drop it.
I mean, he had the pin. Jay won, technically.
Yeah.
If Jimmy didn't...
Why did the ref react to that?
I don't know. But Gunther didn't kick out.
Yeah,
Jay
that
had him
was the
beat.
match. I mean,
Jay had the. What's kind of crazy is I saw something that said Jimmy has cost Jay like a Grand Slam
Triple Crown.
or Triple Crown. Yeah, because he's cost him the world title, the Intercontinental title, and
Tag titles.
yeah, which is fucking insane.
SMH. Jimmy.
I love how Jimmy's like explanation to when he stopped him from winning the world title, he's like, oh, because I love you and all this and that, and I don't want you to become Roman. It's like, bro, that's such cap. Anyway, yeah, so there was the whole backstage bloodline thing then there was the one with Grayson Wall. Oh, Paul Heyman had gone up to it was Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Logan Paul, and then originally Kevin Owens was there and he walked away, and then Paul Heyman came up. It's like, oh, was that Kevin Owens? Oh, I never liked that guy. And then looked at Grayson, he was like, the tribal chief wants to speak to you. And then the next segment was him in the locker room. Paul Heyman was like, this is Grayson Waller. Obviously this didn't all happen at one time. It's just kind of how I'm remembering it. And Roman was like, I have a message for you, and this is for your ears only. And that's the last I saw of it, and then the clip cut off.
Damn,
So,
I wonder what he said. Because it hasn't shown itself yet, I don't believe.
Something's happening at Mania.
I don't think it showed itself yet, what he said.
I genuinely believe that Roman and Seth are walking out champion. I keep seeing these things on TikTok of like these people like getting deep, like falling deep into these rabbit holes, and they kind of got me falling. And I'm like, huh.
Nah,
especially since Seth keeps mentioning the
Drew
bloodline.
is gonna win.
I mean,
I think Drew wins.
They could, because like the bloodline has helped Drew win before. So,
but I
don't
also
know.
believe Roman's gonna retain. So Roman and Drew are exiting WrestleMania as champions.
If Roman wins, I need to see him in the chamber next year.
And Bayley and Ripley are walking out as champions.
Oh, Bayley's 100% winning.
Becky's not gonna win, I don't think.
No. No. I think Ripley's way too over right now.
Although there are rumors that they are going to change it into a triple threat with Liv Morgan. So if that does happen, I don't know. If that does happen, I think Liv is going to walk out as champion. But
we all know who should have been walking out as champion. But
hey, Tiffany Stratton! My name's Hayden.
it's
I
Tiffy
love
time,
Tiffy
baby.
time.
2024 is Tiffy time.
2025.
2024 is Tiffy time.
2025.
Baby. Bro.
You
SummerSlam.
Give her a year.
Rhea, Tiffany, bro. She's walking out of SummerSlam with the championship on her shoulder.
Yeah.
Around her waist. 2024 is also the year that it has come to my realization that I am now jealous of a man named Ludwig. How am I jealous of a man named Ludwig in 2024? Who names their kid Ludwig in today's society? Why is he not bullied? Bully him. Ludwig? Come on. I get he's German, but come on. Bully him. Yo, he got his ass handed to him last night in that street fight.
That match was good.
But still looks strong as fuck.
That match was good.
All right. So then, Liv Morgan faced off against Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown, and Tiffany Stratton rolled her up with a small package to win. I didn't watch SmackDown, so I didn't see it, but good.
This kid is
Tiffany Stratton,
glazing.
baby.
This kid is
It's not glazing,
glazing.
dude. She's genuinely talented.
No, she's not.
Okay. I don't understand what you
She's
don't see.
mid, bro.
How?
She's mid.
How?
She's a mid Carter at best.
How?
She just is.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you... Then again, this is from the man that thinks Dolph Ziggler's the GOAT.
Dolph Ziggler is one of the best in the ring.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
In the ring, bro?
I'm done with you.
You're tripping. Yo, in the comments, is Dolph Ziggler one of the best in the ring? In ring.
No. No. Not even close.
In ring, he's one of the best.
No.
Yes.
Maybe one of the best oversellers.
He's one of the best in the ring.
Anyways, Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough faced off against Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, with Bate and Dunne clinching the victory over the Judgment Day members.
I'm also pretty sure he's world champion in TNA right now.
Is he? I don't know. I don't follow.
So that shows
Nick
that
Nemeth.
TNA actually fucking sees talent in him.
It's TNA, dude. It's like 3 steps below the big leagues.
One step.
I don't know about that one. Anyway.
What's one step? AEW?
Probably.
You're
they're the
tripping,
closest
bro.
thing to...
You are tripping.
I mean, that's where
that
the
company
WWE
is
guys are going,
dying.
and it's where WWE's taking talent from.
That company is dying.
Oh, they're gonna die 100%. Yo, speaking of AEW, and I know we're going off topic again. So I was closing with my boss last night, and he's like, I got a wrestling question for you. I was like, all right. He's like, is there really a guy who, when he's cutting his promos or whatever, talks about dead relatives? I'm like, yep, that's a real thing. Like that's Christian. I'm like, in one of his, I was telling him, I'm like, in one of his last ones, he was talking about the guy's mom or whatever. And he was like, oh, do you know the woman by this name who's at this address? And the address to it was where she's buried. I was like, wow, that's kind of fucked.
That is fucked. Bruh.
Yeah, Christian, whoever the name of the guy he was cutting his promo against, he was like, oh, do you know this woman who lives at this address? And if you looked up the address, it was a graveyard.
That's tough.
He's such an asshole. But it's like, it's so savage. Like, it's kind of funny, but it's not. What the
Oh, by the way.
What? It's so off topic. It's kind of funny.
Monday Night Raw is coming to Hartford, Connecticut. Do you want to go or no?
Where?
Hartford, Connecticut.
What? I'm trying to think of the arena in Hartford.
DCU Center?
Oh yeah, isn't that's the new one, right?
Or XL Center, whatever the hell it's called now.
Yeah, we'll see. If I have the I don't have. It would when is it coming to Hartford?
May 8th, I think.
I should have the money by then.
I was thinking tickets go on sale on Friday, so I was gonna buy them right when they go on sale. So they're cheaper.
Yeah. I'll let you know. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Street Profits and Authors of Pain faced off in a compelling tag team match, but Authors of Pain pick up the win.
Mid.
I really like the whole AOP Final Testament thing.
Mid.
I think it's cool. I really like it.
Karrion Kross is mid.
I don't know. The whole Final Testament kind of gives me like, not Shield vibes, but like just that, like, I don't know.
Yo, Scarlett can get it though. Oh my god.
And then it says there was the LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre match, which concluded in a no contest due to disqualification. And that's when, at the end of SmackDown, all the EC members came out and kicked each other's asses and hit their finishers all on each other and shit. And that concludes SmackDown.
I saw one of the best RKOs of all time on Saturday morning.
Yeah,
so let's go into Saturday morning.
Yeah. So, like I said in the intro, it was 4 a.m. for us here. Or 5 a.m. Sorry, 5 a.m.
The pre-show was 4 a.m. and I woke up at 3 o'clock to watch it. So
I didn't know there was a pre-show. I was not informed by my co-host here. So when I woke up at 4:30,
because you never fucking watch it, bro. You never watch the pre-show.
Could have told me.
You never watch it, so I didn't think you wanted to watch it.
Could have been a good co-host.
You never watch it, so I didn't know you wanted to.
I didn't know there was one. Should have told me. Anyway, I woke up at about 4:30, put it on, and saw there was a match going on, and thought I woke up at the wrong time for Elimination Chamber. But it was just the pre-show, which was the Kabuki Warriors against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, with the Kabuki Warriors picking up the win and retaining the tag team titles.
They need to get rid of the women's tag titles. I said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it over and over again.
Why would they get rid of the women's tag titles?
Because there's literally 3 teams in the division. 3 actual teams in the division.
There's more than that.
Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah.
KC2. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
What's KC2?
Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
Okay. Oh shit! I didn't even realize they got the same initials. Oh shit.
Those are the only 3 teams in the entire division.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that.
All the other teams are just like, you and you. Here you go.
Go fight. Yeah. I didn't realize that.
It's so dumb.
I mean,
it's actually a waste of time.
Yeah, I guess I could see the argument for getting rid of them, but I get it why you have them at the same time, because you gotta have more titles for the women's roster than just the world title.
Can we talk about the original plans for Elimination Chamber, bro?
Yeah, so let me pull.
Oh my god, bro, that would have been so good.
I sent it to you on Snapchat, so if you want to just read that off.
You send it to me on Snapchat?
I'm using my phone as my camera, so... Yeah, I sent it to the group, I sent it to our the podcast group chat. I saw it on Twitter and I screenshotted it.
I sent it to you on Twitter.
Oh, let me check then. I didn't see you sent it to me on Twitter.
So if everything was scheduled as it was supposed to be, if Gunther didn't have to stay in the States for his citizenship, if CM Punk didn't get injured, if Seth Rollins wasn't injured, we would have had one of the best pay-per-views in a long time.
That would have been it would have been much, much longer too. Because, I mean, the actual pay-per-view only had, or actual PLE only had 4 matches. This would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And a promo segment with Grayson Waller.
So 7 matches and the Grayson Waller effect. CM Punk was originally supposed to win the men's Elimination Chamber. Now this is all according to, they didn't really post their source. It's not saying according to who. It just, but CM Punk was supposed to win the men's Elimination Chamber. We were supposed to get Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, which I'm not sure what the point of that match would have been. So Drew McIntyre would have faced Cody. Do you think? Call me fucking crazy. Do you think that would have been for the number 1 contendership if Cody lost? Call me crazy, please do, because I don't think the WWE would do that. But I want to know what you think. Because what else would have been the point of having Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre face off at Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, I don't know. I was reading that too, and I didn't really...
Like, what would have been the point of that match?
Well, in a world of different storylines, we would have got to see what that was about, but we have different storylines because of all the injuries and everything going
on. Becky wins the Elimination Chamber like she did. Grayson Waller it says Grayson Waller in a role, so him just doing the Grayson Waller effect. I'm assuming that kind of stayed the same. We were supposed to get Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, Bronson Reed probably isn't winning that match, but he would have gotten to compete in front of his home crowd. Understandably why he didn't get to, but it still sucks because the others got to, and now it's probably going to be a while till he gets to go back.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get Gunther versus Jay for the title for the IC title on Elimination Chamber. Instead, we got it on the Raw the week before. Not sure why that was moved.
Because Gunther can't leave the country.
Oh, that's right. Gunther couldn't travel. Right. And then the Judgment Day versus NCP for the Undisputed World Tag Team Championships.
I think they typoed that. I think it's NCR.
What is it?
Catch Republic?
NCR. Okay, I was gonna say, what the hell is NCP? And then Rhea versus Nia for the Women's World Championship. So that was, according to this page, was supposed to be the original card for Elimination Chamber.
So for WrestleMania, we were supposed to get CM Punk versus Rollins, like we were all hoping for.
And we were supposed to get Rock versus Roman, but you Cody crybabies ruined that.
Facts.
I'll just drink my drink.
So are you gonna upload that TikTok after this?
Yeah.
Alright, but
why the fuck is Bianca still on the fucking poster?
Yeah, why is she on the poster?
That was very that was very crude. I don't think I need to swear that much.
Why is she on there and Bayley not?
Well, they updated it and Bayley's on. There's more people on it, and now Bayley's on it, but Bianca is still on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why is Bianca on the poster? She's not even on the card.
Something's gonna happen. She's gonna face like Jade Cargill or something, like everyone else is saying.
Well, they need to do something with Jade Cargill. She's had one match, and it wasn't even an actual match. It was the Royal Rumble.
I saw something saying that she quit or something.
No, she's still on the roster. She didn't quit.
Because she's
Trust me, if she quit, that would have made headlines. That would have made headlines if she quit.
Alright, so we started off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match.
Fire. Just like the Royal Rumble carried the PLE, we just got the wrong fucking winner.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Becky Lynch is the motherfucking GOAT.
She was one of the... Like, when you look at the 6 women that were in that chamber, she was probably the last one, in my opinion, that deserved to win.
How?
I lied.
Explain.
Not the last. I lied. Not the last.
Explain.
Okay. So it was Tiffany, Liv, Naomi, Becky, Raquel, and Bianca. Raquel would have been the last one that should have won it, which she didn't, because she had just come back. Good for her. What she's overcome, and actually, I guess it flared up again at Elimination Chamber, but she looked great either way.
Yeah, for sure.
But good for her on dealing with it, coming back, and still being able to compete. I think second to last that deserved it would have been Bianca. I'm kind of coming around to seeing why you don't like her. And
She's
now
so
she's,
annoying.
She really, like, I can't stand her on the mic. She's not a great, like, wrestler, in my opinion.
No, she's good in the ring, but, like...
She oversells a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, when everyone thought her knee exploded when it hit the stair. Was that at WrestleMania?
I don't remember.
Last year? I don't remember what PLE that was, but I remember she, like, got tossed out of the ring and hit the stairs, and she oversold it, like, her knee exploded. I thought that made me think it was legit. Obviously, she shows up on Raw the next night, and she's like, yeah, I'm good.
Oh, I remember that. I didn't know what you were talking about at first, but I remember that now.
And then you have Becky. Right?
Becky should have won that. And she did.
So, like I said, Raquel, Bianca, then you have Becky as the fourth. But you had the opportunity to have Liv, Tiffany, or Naomi win the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Why not have one of them win it?
Because Becky Lynch is a GOAT.
But she's the last woman that needs a title run. Or a title that Becky, with her winning, gives me no hope that Rhea is going to lose at WrestleMania. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Rhea's retaining.
Becky winning the Elimination Chamber for that title shot makes me think that Rhea is not losing at WrestleMania.
Unless they do what I talked about earlier, Rhea's retaining.
Yeah. If Liv would have won, Liv was the last woman to beat Rhea. Let's not forget that.
If they make it a triple threat match with Liv Morgan is walking out of WrestleMania with the title.
Liv Morgan will walk out as champion, 110%. Tiffany Stratton, I mean, she showed in the Elimination Chamber, and she's been showing it why she deserves to be on top. This kid doesn't recognize talent.
You don't recognize talent.
Okay. And then
you don't like Dolph Ziggler. You don't like Austin Theory. You don't like Grayson Waller. Bro.
This kid hates John Cena.
John Cena has no talent.
Go on our Twitter. Go to our replies and see what this kid replied to on Twitter. I saw that. But then again, you had Naomi who could have won it, just to put her over. You had her come back at the Royal Rumble. We've obviously we've seen her since, but could have absolutely put her on a run to come back, and I believe Naomi could have beaten Rhea. But you had Becky Lynch, of all people, win the Women's Elimination Chamber, which I don't think she deserved.
I think she deserves it.
But because of the storyline, I guess, but...
It was her first Elimination Chamber, right?
No. Yes.
That's why she deserved to win it.
Where it was like Liv Morgan's like fifth.
To cement herself as the greatest of all time.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, it was like you could have easily had Liv, who again was in her fifth Elimination Chamber.
You know she's been runner-up the past 4 years in the Rumble.
Yeah, Liv's nice. Liv's good.
Why don't they let her win?
I don't know. It's like we got to keep dealing with the same Royal Rumble winner who just won't go the fuck away. But I won't get into that.
Adrenaline!
And so, I hate that his song is so catchy. Hate it.
It's so good though.
I can't stand him, but I end up singing his music. And I'm like, fuck.
It's so good.
Anyway, so Becky walks out of the chamber as the winner. Wrong winner in my opinion. Right winner in your opinion. Whatever. Then we had the tag match for the titles. There was no doubt in my mind that Judgment Day was walking out the winner.
Banger.
It actually was a lot better than I thought it would be. I wasn't sure what Bate and Dunn were going to do, but it was actually really, really good.
They put on a fucking
really, really
classic.
Good against Judgment Day. Yeah, that was good. I'd give it like a 4-star match, easily.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I'd go 5 because I mean 5 is like best of the best, but that was a pretty damn good match.
Yes, sir.
And then we had the men's elimination chamber, which was just like you had the talent in there, and I think they kind of just that. I think Triple H just kind of tells the men, "Go do your thing."
Like Randy selling his back got me very worried. I'm not gonna lie.
To me too, bro. It's like, dude, is your back hurt or not? But here's the thing. I think we can kind of tell that it's just a sell. Because the last thing that Triple H or the WWE is going to do is play around with a spinal injury.
For sure.
That could
Did you see the thing I sent you on Twitter? About Triple H? There's rumors that he was involved.
Oh, yeah. I don't believe that for a second.
Neither do I, but like, what the fuck? Why would anyone make that rumor?
Don't believe that for a second.
People want so much clout. It's actually insane.
Yeah. So then the men's chamber. Randy, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, Bobby Lashley. Who am I forgetting? Drew.
The winner. We forgot about the winner.
Drew was my only hope. I didn't want Drew to win, but he was my only hope. And I'm glad he won. Because it tells a story. It tells me something. And I don't really want to get into it.
Yes, you do.
Because I don't want people coming from my neck. But he was my only hope. Let's just put it.
Get into it.
Fine. Okay, so here's the thing. Drew McIntyre was the only contestant in the Elimination Chamber that comes from Raw. Because Logan Paul is on SmackDown. Kevin Owens is on SmackDown. Bobby Lashley is on SmackDown. Randy Orton is on SmackDown. And LA Knight is on SmackDown. Drew McIntyre was the only one on Raw.
Yep.
The last thing that the WWE is going to do is have both world titles on the same show. So either way, the World Heavyweight Championship is staying on Raw. Which, in my opinion, means that the undisputed Universal Championship is
will
not
stay
to Raw.
On SmackDown with the GOAT! The GOAT!
Yes, sir. Cody Rhodes, you're finished, buddy.
Yes, sir! 0 for 2.
I could be wrong. They could have both world titles on Raw, which would be very, very dumb.
For sure.
Because then they'd have to figure out either the draft or a trade or something, because they'd have to move someone to SmackDown. I could see Drew going to SmackDown if that was the case. To be honest, I don't know. That's just I could see them moving Drew to SmackDown somehow in a weird way, but yeah. So Drew was my only hope, and he won. As we all know, I don't like Drew McIntyre. Also, I guess congrats to him, because not only did he win the Elimination Chamber, but he was also re-signed by WWE this morning. Which, that tells a story of who might be winning at WrestleMania. Because as of right now, Seth Rollins does not have a new contract, but Drew McIntyre does. And Seth and Drew's contract expire at like the same time. Actually, no. I think Seth's is June.
Seth and Becky are going to lose at WrestleMania, and they're going to take a hiatus.
Because, I mean, they keep talking, like, last night when we get into Raw, you know, there was the whole promo. Actually, why don't we just get into Raw? Because this started off the show. Well, no, it didn't. I lied. It didn't start off the show. But, the segment that did start off Raw, though, was pretty funny. I found myself laughing a couple of times. There was the Drew and Seth promo, and Drew... I don't remember the exact wording, but I remember the back and leg injury coming up. I could see Seth not re-signing right away to heal the injuries and get the surgeries that he may or may not need.
For sure.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if he does, like. Now, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not going to pretend to be. But the guy partially tore his MCL. And he hasn't been walking around with, like, a brace or anything that I remember.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I don't know if you would. I don't know. I've never torn my MCL. But I don't know. God, I hope I never do. Because it sounds painful. But
so
I don't. It feels like that's something that, you know, kind of like how Dakota had to wear a brace for her ACL. Just, I feel like something in the knee, there should be something that he has to wear to support it. If he really did partially tear his MCL. Or whatever it was. I could be wrong. Not pretending to be a medical professional. Just want to put that out there for the people that are going to see this and be like, you didn't know what you're talking about. You're right.
You're right. We don't know what we're talking about.
I'm just saying what I think.
No, he should definitely be wearing a brace, though. I think.
For sure. But anyway, so to get into Raw, we started off with... so Dom started out in the ring and was getting booed. I think they turned up his mic.
Yeah.
Because he sounded louder than a general, like, when someone's on the mic.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he was getting booed like crazy. Although, the boos weren't as loud as, like, most other crowds are. The crowd was kind of weak last night, but still, I think they had his mic turned up. So then he introduced Rhea. Rhea came out. Rhea talked a little bit about, you know, winning the Elimination Chamber. And then Becky Lynch came out and interrupted her. There was... I was about to call it back and forth when it really wasn't. Because Becky kind of came in and started talking about, you know, how she's the man and this and that. And she kind of, like, threw the mic. And then Rhea was just like, yo,
are you done yet?
Which I thought that was funny. I was like, damn, we just cooked her in 2 words. That was like when CM Punk, again, when Seth was talking all his shit, and then Punk was just like, you done? But there was a couple of funny one-liners that they kind of had for each other. And then, shit. Hold on. Keep talking.
Keep talking? About what?
Yeah.
Hi, guys. How are you?
About Raw. I'm looking up the card quick. I didn't want to sit here. I didn't want to just sit here in silence.
Sitting in silence.
Yo. Trying to find the card.
Hurry up and find the card.
I'm trying to find it in order.
Nah, it's okay.
Here we go. So we had the Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn match. Battle of the mid-carders.
Mid.
I don't think. And what sucks is like
Sami
was in the main
Zayn
event
should not be a
of
mid-carder.
WrestleMania. He shouldn't, but they're treating him like one.
Cody Rhodes should be
Sami
a mid-carder.
Zayn. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay. Well, it sounds like my laptop's about to take off again. I just wanted to make sure my mic wasn't picking it up. Anyway, it just sucks for Sami because Sami was literally in the main event of WrestleMania last year.
Yep.
And now the guy might not even be on the WrestleMania card. So.
There's also rumors of another triple threat match.
Yeah, they were saying that they could insert him into the World Heavyweight Championship match, which that would not be cool. Because what has he done to earn it?
You think he would win?
No. Fuck no.
I think he would win.
I don't think he's talented enough to beat Drew or Seth.
I think he wins.
No, I don't think he does. I think Drew finally gets his moment.
For sure. If it's a one-on-one.
In front of an actual crowd. No, even if it's a triple threat.
No, if it's a triple threat, I think Sami is going to win.
Nope. Then we had that Raquel versus Chelsea Green. And that was a squash because Chelsea Green is mid.
Not mid in the looks, though. Zack Ryder, you're a lucky guy.
Buddy, have you seen that forehead? Did you see her forehead? That thing was like... Nerd. And it's not Zack Ryder anymore. It's Matt Cardona. She said she was on the Chris Van Vliet or whatever, and she said Zack Ryder's dead. So.
Damn, that's tough.
I guess she said if he were to ever come to WWE, it would be a debut as Matt Cardona.
Interesting.
Yep. And then we had Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, and just what another pointless match to have.
At this point, I was trying so hard not to fall asleep. You don't even know.
It was kind of like a weird back and forth, and then Shayna just came up and put Indy in the whatever her hold is, and she just tapped immediately. Like, she didn't even try to get out of it, nothing. She just... Like, immediately. It's like, what are you doing? Like, at least try. Nope. And then there was the street fight, which that match was really good. But
Vinci shut you up.
Oh, for sure. He looked good.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, I've been on record on one of these prior episodes saying I don't know why Vinci's even around. But
he did
Vinci,
really good.
I mean, everyone in that match looked really, really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Kofi looked great. Xavier looked great. Vinci looked good.
Yeah.
Ludwig, I mean, I would have to say Ludwig is the MVP of that match last night.
Yeah.
I mean, he at one point was getting his shit rocked. They knew they were both going to town on him with the kendo sticks. I mean, you could even see the welts in his back.
Vinci was cut open on his back.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that. But Imperium looked really, really good. I mean, New Day did too, but and there was a point where it really looked like New Day was about to win. Kofi gets up on the top rope, and then Buddy just comes and pushes him off through the table. I was like, oh, it's over. And then sure. Ludwig goes crazy for a second, picks up the win.
That match was great.
Really, really good match. And I fucking hate that I'm jealous of a fucking guy named Ludwig.
Dude, that match carried Raw.
Yeah. And then we got
And the finishing
the main
segment
event
was pretty good too. But
which was Cody Rhodes versus
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller, which I don't know what the point is. Well, I know what the point, because Cody Rhodes kind of acted like an asshole at Elimination Chamber during the whole... We didn't even talk about that, I just realized. We completely skipped over that.
Oh yeah, he challenged The Rock to a match anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes challenged The Rock. How did we forget that?
How did we forget about one of the most important parts of the show?
And then it broke out into a fight. Cody Rhodes went after Austin Theory because Austin Theory was like, he like looked at Cody, was like, oh, you think you deserve that, or you think you should get that? And then Cody goes to talk, he's like, it doesn't matter what you think. So then Seth was like hyping him up, which was kind of funny. He hit a couple of the other Rock's one-liners. And then Cody Rhodes threw Austin Theory into the side, and you kind of see Grayson Waller like back up. But last night he said he did everything he could to help defend him, but he kind of just like backed up at Elimination Chamber, which I think now we're gonna see Waller versus Theory at WrestleMania,
which is going to slap.
I guess.
That match.
But you could even see it when Grayson Waller last night said, "Oh, I did everything to defend him," and Austin Theory's like, "Like, no, the fuck you didn't."
Bro wasn't trying to get his ass kicked.
Exactly. In front of your home crowd, I wouldn't either. Then, yeah, so that happened at Elimination Chamber. We completely forgot. So, wrap up Raw, we got Cody Rhodes versus Grayson Waller, with Cody Rhodes winning. And it was weird, because right at the end, just before the match ended, Cole and Pat had mentioned that Paul Heyman was in the building. No reason to even mention that. But he did. So the match ends, Cody Rhodes wins, and then you hear, "Ladies and gentlemen." And you just see Cody like, are you fucking kidding me? So Paul Heyman comes out with his off-the-clock NYPD. Okay.
Suspended NYPD.
Yeah, suspended NYPD off-the-clock officers or whatever. And then they come to the ring. And Cody's like, oh, if this is a bloodline setup, come and get me, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And you could see he's like doing the whole, like, his face is getting all irritated. He's like pumping his cheeks. He's like, it's like, dude, first of all, relax. Stop faking the whole angry thing. Like, you're not doing it right. But so they come to the ring, and they like the officers. I'm sure we'll be seeing one or two of them on NXT here soon. They get in the ring, and he's like, Cody's like, if one of you take another step towards me, and then Paul's like, oh, well, Paul had originally asked if it was alright to get in the ring. Cody goes, no. He goes, and then Paul, you could hear Paul was like, oh, that's just rude. But then he was like, oh, I assume that I'm not one towards the warning of, or your threat. Like, first of all, how fucking dare you, Cody, threaten Paul Heyman?
Facts.
How fucking dare you?
How dare you threaten the
you
GOAT?
Cody is finished at wrestling, bro. It's gonna be
before WrestleMania.
It's gonna be he's gonna get killed.
Before WrestleMania, something's gonna happen.
So then he goes to step in the ring again, and that's when Cody goes after the officers. Dude, I was waiting for him to put his hands on Paul.
The new NXT talent that we'll see in about 2 years.
Yep. I was waiting for him to put his hands on Paul, because if he did, oh, it's over.
Yeah, Cody's
putting
fucked.
your hands on Paul Heyman usually doesn't go well for the person that does it.
For real.
Unless you're Roman Reigns, who Superman punches the guy after you tell him you love him. Or whatever. And then just bring him right back. But anyway. That was Raw. And that kind of ended that. Cody beat up all the officers. And Paul kind of just walked away. Oh, and then he pulls out the phone, goes, call Roman Reigns, and then he goes, call The Rock. Dude's got 2 phones.
And then Cody's like, call them both!
He's like, Mr. Heyman, go ahead, call him. It's like, buddy, you have no idea what you're doing to yourself. You are just asking for it. But that ended Raw, and that kind of wraps up what we got for you here this week.
2K.
I know, again. Oh, yeah. So 2K comes out, what, a week from tomorrow?
Yes, sir. I'm hyped.
For those of you that missed it last night, CM Punk was added to the game, except he will be coming out as a DLC. During the season
DLC
pass, I think he's in the first
season is amazing this year.
I think is he in the first one?
He's in the first DLC pack. So we get him right off the bat. Pretty much. We get him in...
But then we gotta, like...
May.
But then we have to wait for fucking Post Malone, which is annoying.
We got CM Punk, Bubba Ray, Devon, Sandman, and Terry Funk for
Solid.
Season 1.
Yeah, it's like the ECW Punk pack or whatever.
Yep. And the My Faction cards come with ECW Paul Heyman manager card and obviously the Superstar cards from the DLC pack.
Yes, sir. Give me Paul Heyman.
That comes out on May 15th, so about...
Oh, it's going to be the...
What?
That's going to be the Paul Heyman that would wear the fucking baseball cap, had the long-ass ponytail.
Yes, sir. Then for DLC 2, we got Post Malone and Friends. We got Post Malone, Sensational Sherry, Mosh, Thrasher, Honky Tonk Man, and Jimmy Hart Manager. That comes out on June 26th. Yeah, June 26th.
Solid.
And My Faction obviously gives us all of the Superstar cards for the DLC pack.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Then DLC 3, I'm a little confused about.
Why?
It says Pat McAfee pack. The only DLC character in the pack is Pat McAfee.
What else is in it? Or is it just Pat McAfee?
Playable co-host. Stay tuned for more info. I don't know what that means. Maybe we're getting other, I don't know, celebrities or something.
Maybe. Now, what I want to know is who are the ringside announcers?
What
Or broadcasters. It's Michael Cole and who? Is it going to be Corey Graves?
I think Michael Cole and Corey Graves.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
And then DLC 4 is Global Superstars pack. That comes out September 20th. It's Jade Cargill, Nia Jax. Michelle McCool is finally coming back. That's a W. Carlito is finally coming back. That's a W. Kairi Sane, Lyra Valkyria, and Dragon Lee.
I find it so funny that, why is Dragon Lee a DLC? He's been on the roster.
I don't know. That makes
I find it so weird that all these people that are on the roster are DLC.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Like, Nia Jax has been around. Like, she's been back. Like, it's not like she just came back and they had... I wonder when they start creating the roster to where it's like, okay, if you come back after this time, you're DLC. You know?
Yeah.
I wonder what that deadline or cutoff is. But anyway, really solid DLCs. I mean, I guess.
And then
the game looked.
DLC 5.
Really this year.
DLC 5 is WCW. That comes out November 13th. It's DDP, Iron Sheik, Mr. Perfect, Great Muta, and Lex Luger.
The Great Muta, not Muta. It's Muta.
So, pretty solid. Pretty solid DLC
sure.
season. One of the best we've ever had, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you got the Family Nightmare pack and the 40 Years of WrestleMania pack.
Installing that.
Why not?
No, I don't know. Whichever way it works.
Come on.
No.
You're not going to download the greatest mid-card of all time?
Nope. He's already going to take up too much space on my game. I don't need other versions of him.
How much is this game? How much?
The 40 Years of WrestleMania one is
$120.
$120.
Shit.
Yeah. It's like you're buying 2 games.
Dude, guess how much the gigabytes are?
I can only imagine.
Guess how much gigabytes 2K24 is?
185.
Higher.
217.
Higher.
Oh my fucking god. I miss when games were like 4 gigabytes.
Higher.
267.
Higher.
Oh my fucking god. 306.
292.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna have to delete my whole catalog.
I'm gonna have to delete. I have like 4 games on my Xbox. I'm gonna have to delete 2 of them.
For real.
Which is fine, because like I only play like 2 of them.
Fortnite.
I don't really play the games. I literally only like play Fortnite, and I don't know. Like I play COD when Rhody gets on, because that's all we play. That's all we play together. But like other than that, like I have NBA downloaded. Couldn't tell you the last time I touched it.
I'm excited for 2K.
That and MLB's coming out in March too, bro.
Kid's gonna get on the. Kid's gonna get back on the streaming grind.
Video games might be back, baby. That's all I'm gonna say.
Also, instead of just uploading podcast episodes, we are gonna be uploading WWE 2K to the.
I was gonna say I was gonna ask you if you wanted to do like some version of like short form content, but that works too.
Short form content. Like what?
Like just videos and shit, like other, I don't know, just random, I don't know, we'll come up with it. But
like
anyways,
like ranking stuff.
Just rather than just posting podcast videos, like our podcast streams.
Yeah, for sure, we can do that in the future.
But, yeah, I guess that kind of wraps up what we got here for you today. We talked about SmackDown, we talked about Elimination Chamber, we talked about Raw, we talked about 2K, we even talked a little bit of WrestleMania theories and opinions. Talked about a bunch today. Really good episode, really went well. Really doesn't help that we didn't really watch SmackDown or, have to get up at 5 a.m. for Elimination Chamber, but
I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't.
Yeah, Australia, you guys are cool, but
Europe,
I hope you guys never get another PLE. I don't mean to be an ass, but I'm not doing that again. Imagine they have that for like Money in the Bank, like, or like one of the other pointless PLEs that they kind of just throw on the schedule, like Backlash, like.
When is Isn't there one in France or something? That's Backlash.
Yeah,
right?
but it's at 3 p.m.
That's
it's at
Backlash?
3. No, I don't know. Oh yeah, I think so. But it's still gonna be at 3 p.m. Eastern. Like that's fine.
Yeah, that is fine.
It's fine.
That's
it's
crazy
not 3
though,
a.m.
'cause that means they're like 8 hours ahead of us. Aren't they?
What time is it in France right now? It is it's 5:30 p.m. So they're 6 hours ahead. So it starts at 9 o'clock there.
That's insane.
Which means it's going to be really, really short.
That is a late show.
It's going to be short.
That is late as fuck.
Yeah. Right? It's 11:30 now. Yeah, so they're 6 hours ahead.
That is late as hell.
Yeah. So. Yeah, pretty solid episode, if you ask me.
Yes, sir.
Not the greatest week for wrestling, but solid episode, boys.
Be on the lookout for WWE 2K content, some other
Make sure you guys are
WWE content other than just podcast episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna try to start some short form content in some ways to give you guys some other stuff to watch. But make sure you guys are following us on all the platforms we're available. Hit that subscribe button right on here, right below this. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. If you like listening to podcasts in the car or something like that, we are available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. I just got to make sure that my co-host here actually uploads the episodes to both of them, because he forgets to do that sometimes. But
it was one time.
There's a link tree on, if you find us on any of those platforms, there is a link tree posted to all of them. Just click on it and hit that follow button on all of our other platforms. All of the support is obviously appreciated. Just helps us grow and continue to want to do these videos and these podcast episodes and all this other stuff, and it shows that you guys want to see it. So all support is obviously much appreciated.
Yes,
but that's going to do it for us. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.